Out of millions of Epstein documents released by the US government, one photo is completely erased, and the name attached to it is Benjamin Netanyahu. In early February 2026, the US Department of Justice released one of the largest disclosures ever tied to Jeffrey Epstein, more than 3 million pages, thousands of images, and hours of video. The release was mandated by law and billed as a major step toward transparency. But instead of answers, it raised a new question. Why was one image tied to a sitting world leader fully blacked out? Buried deep inside the files is a 2014 email exchange. The subject line reads, "Photo from visit with Bibi Netanyahu." The message was sent by Jacob Frankel, former governor of the Bank of Israel, to Jess Staney, a powerful banker later linked to Epstein through financial circles. The email was eventually forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein himself. The text is visible, the attachment is not. The photo, labeled simply as an image file, is entirely redacted in the DOJ's public release. No description, no explanation, just a black box. That single redaction quickly went viral. Across X, Instagram, and Facebook, critics began asking why a photo connected to the Israeli Prime Minister would be censored, especially when other parts of the same release initially failed to protect victims' identities. Some sensitive images and names appeared briefly before being pulled after public backlash. So the question became unavoidable. How did victim protections fail while this photo was shielded from the very start? To be clear, the released files contain no confirmed evidence that Benjamin Netanyahu visited Epstein's properties or engaged in criminal activity. Most mentions of Netanyahu in the documents are indirect, news clippings, background references, or third-party emails. By contrast, former Israeli Prime Minister Ehud Barak had well-documented contact with Epstein, including multiple visits and business dealings. Netanyahu has publicly rejected theories tying Epstein to Israeli intelligence, arguing that Barak's relationship with Epstein proves there was no state involvement. The DOJ has not offered a public explanation for this specific image. Under standard protocols, redactions can be applied for diplomatic sensitivities involving foreign leaders, privacy concerns if unrelated individuals appear in an image, or material connected to ongoing investigations. But critics point to a troubling pattern: inconsistent redactions, where survivor data slipped through, yet references tied to powerful figures were aggressively obscured. This controversy isn't really about Netanyahu alone. It's about trust. When transparency laws expose victims but shield elites, public confidence collapses, and every unexplained blackout feeds speculation, whether justified or not. In this case, the silence around the photo has only made it more visible. The Epstein files were meant to close a chapter. Instead, they've opened new ones. Because in an era of forced transparency, what's hidden often matters more than what's revealed.
Subscribe to One India and never miss an update. Download the One India app now.